puts it at 40 out of 50, so it has 10 HP remaining. So Sam will then play out his turn. He'll draw a card, place a Rattata on the bench. Very basic little card there. It's a neat little scene of a Rattata looking out while it's standing on the ground. And he attaches a fighting energy to Rattata. So Machop uses their low kick, that'll do another 20 damage. Seaking takes 20 damage. Now it's my turn. So I'll draw a water energy. Yep, don't need to attach anymore. Yep. So he wants me to attach a water energy to my bench Staryu. And then... Yep. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach a water energy to Staryu. Now I can attach energy to my bench Pokemon, but only the active Pokemon can attack. But if Seaking gets knocked out, I'm going to want to have something ready to replace it, so let's go ahead and we're now going to attack and we'll use Waterfall. We could use Horn Attack, but Waterfall's cooler. So Machop actually goes up to 70 damage, but it only has 50 HP, so once the damage is equal to or greater than its HP, it's knocked out. So I get to draw one of my prize cards, and I get a water energy out of that. And Sam evolves his Rattata into Raticate. That is a lightning energy, and now it's going to use Bite. Notice that is a 1 colorless energy attack that does 20 damage. Seaking takes 20, so now it's got just 10 HP remaining. Draw a card from the deck. What did I get? I got a Drowsy. Yeah, if you run out of Pokemon, for example, if your only Pokemon is active and you have nothing on your bench and it gets knocked out, you lose the game. As Dr. Mason just explained there. So we're actually going to want to put Drowsy on the bench so that if we get knocked out here and then our Staryu should get knocked out, we're not out of luck there and lose the game. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to put Drowsy on the bench. Just like that. So now we have 2 Pokemon on our bench. Remember, you can have up to 5 at any given time. And then next we'll take a water energy and we'll play it on Drowsy. Let me actually just show you Drowsy briefly. So Drowsy is a very basic Pokemon. It has 2 attacks. Got a neat little, just generic picture of a Drowsy. And it's got 2 attacks. One is Pound, which does 10 damage for 1 unit of any type of energy. And then we have Confused Ray, which has, for 2 psychic energy, does 10 damage with the possible chance of confusion. I don't think we get to either of those in this demo, but I just wanted to show it to you. So now let's use Waterfall. So Raticate takes 30 damage, has 30 left. And Sam plays out his turn. And now my Seaking is knocked out because it went up to 80 damage and it only has 70 HP. So Sam gets to draw one of his prize cards and put it into his hand. And so we have to replace our own knocked out. Choose Staryu. So choose to put that out, and now it's our turn. Draw 1 card from the deck. We have a potion. So, Staryu evolved into Starmie, as you probably already know, and in preparation for that, somehow Mason seems to know that we're going to get one eventually. So he wants us to put another energy on Staryu. Staryu has 40 HP. You also got this Potion card. Potion is a card that's been reprinted probably more than any other card, not counting Basic Energy. This is the very early one. You'll notice that most of the trainers from the earlier sets are computer rendered, and to be honest, they haven't aged all that well. But Potion does the same thing it pretty much always does. Let's check it out. So it just removes 2 damage counters from a Pokemon of your choosing. If it just has 1, then you remove that one. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and attack using Slap, which for 1 water energy does 20 damage. So now I've attacked Sam's turn, he'll draw 1, and he'll place a Machop on the bench. You notice that Sam's was Pokemon, he retreated. And in order to do that, he had to just... actually, I think Raticate may have free retreat. I'll check in a second. But in the meantime, Machop uses Low Kick. So I'll draw a card as usual. You must draw a card from your deck at the beginning of your turn. If there are no cards in your deck at the beginning of your turn, you actually lose the game, so... Trainer card, he won't. Now, in the early days in this part of the game, actually you can play as many of any type of trainer card as you want. There aren't really any supporters or stadiums, although some of these cards were later given that status. You'll see some of them probably within a few videos here. And actually, if I had somehow had a use for it, I could have played a trainer card on my first turn, even though I was going first. That didn't come into play until much later. So, wants me to play the Potion, attach a water energy card to Staryu, and then hit it with Slap. So first off, let's play that Potion. Again, we just choose one of our Pokemon, and heals 20 damage. And Staryu is back to full health. Now let me check out that. Yes, Raticate does in fact have a retreat cost. You'll notice here, if you watch carefully, that Raticate actually has less energy on it now than it did the turn before. That's because you notice down there at the bottom it says retreat cost. So during your turn, your active Pokemon, you can discard an amount of energy equal to the retreat cost to switch it with one of your bench Pokemon. Now in the modern trading card game, you're limited to 1 retreat per turn. But in this older version, you can actually retreat as many times as you have energy and Pokemon to go through. In any case, let's go ahead and attach another energy as we were instructed to Staryu. And then all we need to do is use Slap. And that does another 20 damage to Machop. That does another fighting energy, does another Low Kick. I notice you don't have to actually discard energy in order to use attacks. Only if an attack actually tells you to discard energy do you actually have to discard it. Otherwise, it just stays there. And it's our turn now. Hey, look, we drew Starmie. Alright, we're going to evolve it. Alright, so just like with Seeking before, we just evolve it. Place it on top. Now one thing you'll probably noticed by the Pokemon in this game already is that the HP is substantially lower than you would see in cards today. In fact, in general, the Pokemon are fairly weak compared to the ones you see in sets today, and their attacks are fairly expensive by comparison. So now that we have 3 energy there, we can actually attack with Star Freeze, which you notice is 1 water and then 2 more energy of any type. It does 20 damage, and then you see a little, like, really fancy star-type symbol there. That means this attack has another effect. Let's go ahead and use this attack. So we're going to use Star Freeze, and we get to flip a coin to see if we can paralyze Machop. And in fact, we did. So paralysis is what's now known as a special condition. Now, a paralyzed Pokemon can't attack and can't retreat, and it stays paralyzed until the end of that player, in this case Sam's, next turn.